They are coming after our books. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. This one's not going to be too much of a long one, but it's something that's very near and dear to me. Before I get started, if you are tired of what they're doing to all of the fantasy works in Hollywood, what they're trying to make all of our fantasy properties into, please think about giving me a sub if you're not subbed already. We need you here. We gotta keep calling this out because they're gonna keep doing it. And now it looks like they've tried before, sort of, but now they're going after our books, and that's something that I know we've talked about many times. Is even if the shows are terrible, we can always go back to the books, and that's still true for what's in the books, but they are infecting our books with nonsense. So I say this with right now. I have a alternate cover, or I guess it was a future redo of the cover of the Great Hunt novel that we all know, love, if you're a Wheel of Time fan, right here. So as you can see, this one might some would actually call an improvement to the original. I still have a place in my heart for the original covers, but this at least is a good looking cover. It is accurate to what is important in the book, gives you an idea of what's going on. And so it gives you a good scope, gives you a good little like visual representation of what you might see in the books. Now I have with me here, of course, the goat of the covers. We have the Great Hunt cover here, which we all know and is fantastic in its own right. I think encapsulates a lot of what's going on in the Great Hunt book with a single image, right? So, before we take a look at this thing that people are creaming their pants about for some freaking reason, it makes no sense, and I may go off on a huge tangent here, so I apologize if that happens. But I want to take a real quick at something else that Nerporeal Lifeform had sent me a while ago when he was at I think it was at Barnes and Nobles, trying to pick up The Eye of the World, because he has just started reading the series, like many now, which is awesome. But you can see here is you have this milk toast cover here, which I never really liked. I don't know why they went this way, but it doesn't damage anything. Then you have this terrible looking Waygate, Eye of the World, Wheel of Time, Book 1, with their terrible logo. The picture itself doesn't do really anything to encapsulate what's going on in the book at all. I don't have the Eye of the World's back there. I don't really have it on me, but I'm not going to run and get it. But the biggest thing that I want to show in this picture here that Nerporeal was so gracious to send me is not even the covers themselves, but this little piece of crap, little circle on the book. Okay. Now, this would not be as huge a deal to me if what was actually in the pages of the book matched a little bit what was in the show. But being as nothing on the show matches anything in the books, like I'll say again, I'll be generous. 5, maybe 10% of what's in the books makes it. God, 10% is way too much. 5% of what's in the book makes it into the show. Why do they have any right to put now an original series on Prime Video? If you go into a Barnes & Noble, probably any other bookstore, your local bookstore, at least your big box bookstore, the fantasy section is littered, and maybe even more. Let me know in the comments if in other sections of the store, Prime has done this, HBO Max, Hulu, these little circles have started showing up on all of our book covers saying, watch it here. It's especially angering when you go to watch it there, it doesn't look anything like the thing that that we've read. It's infuriating. It's on the graphic novels right there. Sorry, I can't point. There it is. The graphic novels, it's on there too. Anything that you get from Amazon, this Wheel of Time is now going to have this little crappy ass circle on it because they feel like they own it. Because it's theirs now. It's not Robert Jordan's. It's not ours. It's theirs. They have a right to put that on there whenever they want. But that's only the tip of the iceberg of this video, okay? Because the worst part is coming up. Let's look at this beautiful cover art real quick for just a second, because I actually love this cover art. I love the renditions of the Trollocs here, the horn, Loyal back there looking like a Loyal pimp daddy back there, right? Now, with these 3 new images we got, I guess it was 4, I'm sorry. Land 1 doesn't count. Land's just looking dumb. I'll keep saying it. Any images of Land don't count. He's just sitting there on a horse or standing there looking like an idiot. Came some news of a new cover art for The Great Hunt. Okay. We all know it's going to be terrible. Come on. We all know. You saw the Eye of the World one there. It's crap, right? I mean, come on. But I didn't know it would be this crap. Now, I know there's people on the internet, the shills and everybody, creaming themselves over it because I don't know. How are you a fan of the series and you like this cover? But let's if you haven't seen it, I'm going to bring it up right now. There it is. Now, we talked about it on the live stream, but there are two, at least for me, two huge, gigantic problems. And Son of Jockster brought it up too, that the art style with Rand poking himself in the head with the sword, with that ugly, hideous sword, not very good. But anybody that's read The Great Hunt, what's the problem with this image? This is a cover to The Great Hunt. What is the first thing that pops out to you? And I even pulled my son in here and said, Ryan, who was new to the series, just finished The Dragon Reborn. Going to be talking about it soon on my channel. What is wrong with this cover? And he goes, well, Moraine's on it. Yes, this is The Great Hunt. This is The Great Hunt. Why is Moraine not just on the cover, front and center? Of course, with now the original series, little fucking thing on it. We got to have that right there, right? With the giant dildo statue of frickin' the White Tower behind it, which we're barely at. We're barely at the White Tower in The Great Hunt, but no, we got to get the White Tower, we got to get Moraine. Not only is she on it, she's in front of the main character. Don't get it twisted. Rand al'Thor is the main character, okay? So not only is she front and center, she's in front of the main character, in front of her city. For a book she's not in. She's not in the book. She's in it for barely, again, we'll use the same number. 5% of the book. I guess that's all they need. 5% and she's the star. Okay? She's doing... I have said it. It's nothing against Rosamund Pike. I think she's a fine actress. I don't like her rendition of Moraine. I think she could have worked. I don't like how they got her portraying it. But it's nothing against Rosamund Pike. But her star... Her being cast as Moraine is the worst thing that's happened to the Wheel of Time. Why? She's now redoing the audiobooks, which there's another video coming about that. So now she is the front and center face of this. So they're now forcing Moraine, her character, into places where she has no business being. She has no business being in a Great Hunt show. She has no business being on the cover of The Great Hunt. This cover, so she is now infecting everything because she is the star of the Wheel of Time TV show. She is now the face. So anybody that's read the whole series, can you, Nathan Manamanethran joked about this, can you wait for when they start releasing Lord of Chaos books and Path of Daggers and Crown of Swords, and Moraine is front and center on the cover? Why is that weird? Tell me in the comments if you know. You should know if you've read it all. Why would it be funny to have Moraine on the cover of Lords of Chaos? Let me know. She's on everything. She's on everything. And the thing that is the worst part is how confusing is this for a new reader? If they picked up this book, okay, start reading it. Okay? Why is Moraine on the cover? Why is she on the cover? She's rarely there. It makes no sense. Why not? Even if you have to, why don't you put some characters? Oh, well, I know why. One of them can't keep his mouth closed. The other one cries all the time and looks like he's lost. Or he's crying. Crying lost. Crying lost. Why is this not the three boys? We know why. We know why. So they're going to continue to do this. Their plan is to just keep going and destroying everything. Now they've dipped their toes into the books. Even more. The Eye of the Whirlwind was a sign. This is just a screaming trumpet on the mountain saying they don't give a fuck. They're going to do whatever they want. Anybody creaming themselves over this cover going, oh my god, it's so great. I call you out as just being a shill and not a true fan of this series. Because this is not the cover of The Great Hunt. They could have done something. They chose to just put the star of their show in the middle of the page, in the middle of the cover, and say fuck everything else, fuck the story. We got to get the freaking dildo tower in there. We got to get Moraine front and center. We got to appease everybody. We better put Rand in there with his crappy sword from the show. His sword from the book is not crappy. Crappy sword from the show. Get it straight. Okay, call me what you will. I don't care. I want my book cover to actually support what's happening in the book. This does not. It's just a blatant, hey, look, we're in charge of Wheel of Time. Now original series. It's a blatant advertisement for their stupid fucking show that's terrible. Oh, and by the way, Rosamund Pike is the lead actress in it. She's contractually obligated to be in 60% of the show and on every piece of fucking art that we put out now. She's the worst thing that's happened to the show. Not just the show, I'm sorry. Now the Wheel of Time. Not just the show, now the Wheel of Time. She's now infecting the books, infecting the audiobooks. It's the worst thing that's happened to it. We don't need new audiobooks. That's another video got coming. We don't need new audiobooks. You're just doing the same thing twice. We'll talk about that soon. What do you think? Am I overreacting? I know I'm not. If you feel I'm overreacting, I'd love to hear what you have to say in the comments. Again, if you are not subscribed to the channel, I would love to get your subscription. Maybe become a member of the Dragon's Horn. We got to keep calling this crap out because it's just not going to stop. They're going to keep doing it. Anybody that is new to the series, buy the original cover art. Go to eBay. It's all over the place. Okay? It's hard. Don't go to a bookstore. Go to secondhand bookstores, online, eBay. You can get hardcover books just like this one that are beautiful. They're still in great condition. This is a used copy I picked up. They're out there. Get them. Don't buy this crap artwork. Let them have their little circle and they can shove it up their behinds. We don't need it. We don't want it. Thank you for watching. And I hope you guys all have a great day. And all hail the Lord Dragon. We'll see you on the next one, guys.